When we came here in 2017, there was some family issues that had started coming about, and I had to take me and several of my kids out of the home at that point. And we stayed in a motel for a couple days, couldn't afford staying there continually, so I reached out to see if there was any rooms or beds available here, and sure enough, I was able to get in that night. We stayed here for 3 months. I was going to school during that time, ended up going through an internship during that time, and actually served under Carrie.
I was on the streets in Kalispell, and I was a IV drug user, alcoholic, just about anything I could get my hands on. My wife and my 3-year-old twins had died in a car accident, and I went ballistic. I lost my head, and I ended up on the streets. I let my entire life go. I was camping out down by this little creek, and one night I decided I had enough, so I did enough drugs and alcohol to kill a horse. The next morning I woke up, and I was laying on my back in some deep grass, and I remember crying, and I just asked God why.
I actually came twice. The very first time I came was in 2010. I had just lost my son who completed suicide. You know, I was a wreck, I was a mess. I ended up signing up for the discipleship program, and I graduated, and then we moved back to Oregon, where we came from.
December of 2020, we came back. I had gotten into a situation where I gave up my housing here in Great Falls to move to Idaho with some people. It ended up not working out, and I still had Beth's phone number. I reached out to her and asked her if there was any beds available. It's hard coming back, but at the same time, knowing it was a safe place and a place that we could catch our breath on what we were going to do next.
I lived in sober living for 3.5 years. And while I was in sober living, I was really involved with the AA program and the NA program, and just staying sober. Well, I had a sponsor, and I had sponsees myself. And one day we were sitting there talking, and I realized that I didn't know much about my higher power. So I did some homework, and I found out about this program here in Great Falls at the Men's Rescue Mission, the discipleship program. And I called them on a Friday, and I was walking in the doors Monday morning. I came here to learn about God, and while I was here, I didn't realize I was going to find God. A week after I was here, I got saved, and then I got baptized a week after that, and I just dove into my work, into the discipleship program. And I turned every assignment inside out, every book, every movie, everything I could just, and I'm still doing it.
The second time I came in was, during the COVID. I almost lost my life. I was in the hospital, signed the ventilator. I just kept relapsing over grief, unresolved grief. I lost my parents and my kids. I just was done. I couldn't make it more than a year, and then I would lose everything, literally be on the streets. And it was just a mess. I was finding ugly relationships, and they were just something to be there because I just couldn't even stand myself. One day I just heard God say, "Jewel, it's time to move." And I'm like, okay, where do I go? I don't know where to go. He's like, Great Falls. And I'm like, Great Falls. And I was scared to come back because, this is where everything originally started as, my younger years. And I didn't have nowhere to go again. And he's like, the mission. I'm like, okay. Within 3 days, I'm down here, and they helped me get set up with everything here, and a week later, I ended up going to the hospital. I was hemorrhaging, and they were testing me for cancer. And so to me, that was God telling me, this is where you need to be. This is where you're gonna find your healing. And I'm really glad that I listened and that I did.
I took the discipleship program as a new start to put my feet back on the firm foundation of the Lord and start strengthening my faith again after dealing with the stuff I dealt with or we dealt with in Idaho. And so it just, it was a reset for me.
I'm actually at the rescue mission now, and I teach the chemical dependency side of it to the disciples. I get the privilege of taking the disciples through the 12 steps, so that's pretty cool. I get to work with the disciples one-on-one and in group sessions. I get to lead by example. They call me the lead disciple. I get to deal with their choice in life. If they're deciding that they've had enough and that they're done and they want to change their lives, I can help them. I can influence them, I can take them through. But if they're not ready, that's a whole different story. If I was talking to me in the ditch, I would say, get up. This doesn't have to be like this. Because I didn't think that it could be different. I thought that that's what I deserved. And God seemed different, you know? So God stepped in and pulled me through. And that's the only explanation I have.
After I healed, I got back into the community. I started volunteering at HopeWorks, which I still do. We feed the homeless on Friday nights downtown. I still have my sobriety, August 3rd, 2020. They helped me just get on my feet. I stayed here 9 months. I joined this program that helped me. I pay every month and they helped me save money. So when I got out, I had money to pay the rent, get stuff I needed. My life today is amazing. It really is amazing. I have my ups and downs just like everybody else, but working at Voices of Hope, I love it. Just being able to talk to someone or help them through a situation at the moment does my heart a world of good.
When I started at Staybridge, going full time, they actually brought me from the laundry room up to the front desk. They asked me if I would like to take the front desk manager position. I don't think I would be there in that position if I didn't have what I received here during that 2 years in the discipleship program and getting my focus back on the Lord. I'm actually in the process of we're starting to do the pre-build for building our own house with the NeighborWorks. I feel really excited, relieved, blessed, and just overwhelmed at times to see that where we came from, where I was years ago living on the government assistance, and where we're going now, and how I was able to receive the help I needed in the time of our need from the rescue mission to help build my faith, help build my confidence, and my kids are doing amazing. They are all stable and they're loving life.
My motto today is never give up. Never give up, because your life matters, you matter. They saved my life and helped me get back on my feet, and I will always, always, always have a place for them in my heart.
The rescue mission basically saved my life. I didn't know where I was going or what I was going to do. And when I came here, they've helped me with everything. I came here with a duffel bag of stuff, and now it's going to take a truck to move me.